Happy President's Day. This is Mike McDermott, your Tip City City Council member, and today is February 20th, 2012. Broadcasting this beautiful day from my office. And if many folks of you have found today to be a day of rest, please enjoy it. It is, as you can see over my shoulder, gorgeous out. So please enjoy it today. Spend some time with your family. For those of you at work, keep it up. That's what our economy needs. Just wanted to, again, drop in to kind of do a little update on what's going on tomorrow night at City Council. So giving you folks a very quick wrap up of what to expect if you were to come to City Council meeting tomorrow night. Beginning at 6:30, City Council will have an executive session where we're going to be going over collective bargaining. For those of you not familiar with labor unions, in order to work with them, sometimes to negotiate the appropriate salary and benefits and things of that nature, we have to meet to discuss those things in private session. So it's called executive session. So we will have that from 6:30 till 6:45 tomorrow evening, and beginning at 6:45 we're going to go into a standard study session, which public is invited to come and partake in, listen to if they'd like, and attend. We'll be talking about bank fees. That's something that came up in the review of the budget this year, was the amount of fees that the city of Tip City pays for the banking services that we receive. So what I've done is asked that the city go in and rationalize those, and just kind of go out for quote and see if we can possibly get our banking services done a little bit more affordably. So it's my understanding it's been a while since that's been done, so good to have that take place, and maybe save a few bucks along the way for us taxpayers. So that would be great. Summer sewer rates. That's on the docket here, and I guess we're going to be talking a little bit about that. There are some things specific to stormwater that I think need to be handled within the city. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to come out with that, but stormwater and sewer is a thanks to the EPA, is a big deal. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do in the way of that. I know if you're keeping an eye on any of the news that's going on over in New Carlisle or Bethel Township or Vandalia, you're all hearing about this. This is something that's shouldn't be a surprise, I guess. It's just we're going to have to deal with how exactly we're going to contain some of the I&I and deal with the sewer rates so that Tip City stays in business, and we can make sure that our public utilities do so as well. Local Government Innovation Fund. This is it looks to me like it's a kind of a partnership amongst the township, the city, and the county to go in and do some interesting things to go save all of our tax, in general, the large set of taxpayers some money. So obviously I'm going to be having my ears perked up to that. And then beginning at 7:30, we will have our standard city council session start. So if you'd like to come just for the meat and potatoes, 7:30 is the time you need to be here at 260 South Garber Street in Tiff. We will have the first ordinance is a second reading. So this is going to be legislation. So we're going to pass legislation tomorrow night. And the first one is Fieldstone Place Senior Living Campus. It's basically, we're providing a tax incentive fund for the installation of phase 1 of Fieldstone. What this means is the city will not collect taxes for a period of up to 30 years in order to allow the contractor to complete the project. So basically we're giving them a bit of a tax holiday, not a permanent one, and not one that exceeds the cost of the improvements that they're going to be making to the property. So those are two key pieces there, really, is that while they're under construction, all the way up to the point of them getting paid for, we're going to withhold no additional taxes on those said improvements in order for them to make those improvements possible to the property. Then after the tax holiday shelter, whatever you want to call it, the taxes will then begin to be assessed at the improved rate. So not their current rate, but then the improved rate. So that's good for the city. The improvement is good for the city in the way of jobs and the economy. Additionally, we will hold harmless the schools, so the school will still receive their tax money regardless of what's going on here in the city. So the schools should be very happy and supportive of those types of measures. When we provide a tax incentive, we don't try not to harm the school system that is relying on that tax money to go in and pay for its bills. So that is the first ordinance that's on the docket, and that is sponsored by President Kessler. Second ordinance is an ordinance approving the final plat of Fieldstone Senior Living Campus. That's sponsored by Mr. Budding. So it's basically, yes, we want to go forward with the TIF. Yes, we approve the plat has been presented. And now what will happen now is then the architects will get out there and do their thing, and then the developer will go out there and do their thing and start improving that property. So looking forward to see how that progresses. Moving on to resolutions. A resolution of necessity of improvements on Franklin Street. If anyone has been on Franklin Street between North 3rd and North 2nd Street, you probably should go check it out. I noticed that during the CIP meetings, as far as a place where you would go and visit and say, wow, is this really located within the city limits? No curb, no gutter, no sidewalk, just kind of gravel spread around and kind of broken up here and there. Yeah, it's kind of not really put together. So Franklin Street's going to get some reconstruction. So what we've done is basically drawn some lines of demarcation where the street's going to go, where the sidewalk's going to go. There's going to be sidewalk on one part of that street so you can walk safely up and down Franklin and get from 2nd and 3rd Street without having to walk through somebody's private property. So all good there. So that'll be one of the resolutions we have. Tomorrow night, the next one will be declaring personal property owned by Tip City to be surplus. We have a Ford F-250 truck that belongs to the Parks Department, and it's surplus. So we're going to get rid of an old truck. I think I've seen it. It's one of those blue ones, one of the ones we've had a long time. So that guy's going bye-bye. And what they do with that is they auction it or sell it, whatever's the best price to get for the vehicle. And then they take that money and then put that money back into the general fund to pay for whatever new vehicle if they have to buy that. So the next resolution we have is authorizing city manager to enter agreement with Miami County Commissioners for the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG. It's basically the Community Development Block Grant is a kitty of money that allows the dispersal for specific projects, and we will be authorizing city manager to go in and work on that stuff. Next resolution is authorizing city manager to submit a joint local government improvement grant. So basically what they're looking for here is save some money, drive some efficiency in the local area, is a city, township, and school district partnership that we'll create a joint fueling facility. So what that means is that at one of our existing facilities, they may sink a gas tank out there and a couple hoses, and the city, the township, and school district will all get to fuel up there. Now, what does that do? Well, it allows you to buy gas when it's cheap, put it into the ground. That's a nice deal, especially when it's $3.29. right now. Buy it for $2.25, stick it in the ground. So that's helpful for the city, the township, and the school district. It benefits all three of us. So it's a good idea. We'll see exactly what Tip City taxpayers have to ante up for that, and then what the financial benefit is to the city when, if we're able to go and stick cheap gas in the ground and suck on it when it's $3.29. So we're going to take a look at that. And then we have a few motions. Looks like setting a public hearing, renewal of an ag district along Kessler Colesville, Kerr Road, Don Davis Way. So it looks to me like that whole area around the high school that was cleared out, chopped down, seeded, was supposed to be businesses, and it looks to me like someone's wanting to turn this back into a cornfield. And if you're not collecting any tax dollars on it, and it's not benefiting anybody, and you have no businesses that are interested in building there, cornfield it is. So that's the deal there. Then looks like we're going to go over the tree board annual plan and the restoration board annual plan. And then we will adjourn for the evening. So if you'd like to come by the city council tomorrow night, 7:30 for the standard session, come by at 6:45. You can catch us talking about all kinds of things, bank fees and sewer rates and stuff like that. So for Monday, February 20th, this is Mike McDermott, your city councilman. Have a great President's Day.